kids just kind of just be meandering, huh? Like, fucking move. You're listening to Bug and Moss in the morning.
I am the ghost of all the sleep I should have had. It's 7:04 on the Bug and Moss morning telephone show.
What happened to you?
Good question. Oops, I even clicked the wrong button. What happened to me, Bug? I don't know. I don't know what happened to me. I got out of bed at 55.
Yeah.
Oops.
Like at the age of 55 is when you'll get out of bed.
Yeah, for real. Maybe. Hey, maybe when I turn 55, yeah, I'll wake up and have energy.
Probably we will have some. I'm hopeful that we'll be slightly more secure, and that will probably help with energy levels.
Yeah. Well, yeah, at 55, I hope I have things figured out by then.
I don't think we will, but I think we'll just have accepted it.
I think I'll figure it out.
Okay.
I think by 55, I'll get it. You know what I mean?
Cool goalposts to set that's kind of impossible.
Man.
Cool expectation for your 50s.
That's wicked possible. Name one 50-year-old who doesn't get it. Nah, don't do that. There's a lot of them. I think I will, because at 20, I thought I had it figured out, but I super didn't. And then at 30, I figured a little bit of it out. And so I figure if I keep this going by 55, I'll get it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
I'm rooting for you.
Thanks, Bug. Doesn't sound like it.
Okay.
What's up? What's happening? What's popping? Good morning to Coyote Astronaut, N Squared, Emily, Leonard, and Colin. And of course, good morning to Daddy, and good morning to you, dear listener. You who is listening, whose name I have not said yet. Good morning to you. We've got a great show for you today. We got some voicemails hanging out in the voicemail inbox. Got some emails hanging out in the email inbox. If you want to add your voice to the voicemail, you got something to say, call us, 848-667-7284. 848-MOSS-BUG is that number. What have you got today, Bugs?
I have a call to action.
Oh, a call to action.
For a little competition we're in.
A competition we're in?
Yeah, we're in a competition.
Is it a competition I knew about before today?
Yeah.
Oh, oops.
And it's okay. There's nothing you have to do. You're
that's
killing
good.
it.
I love a competition where I don't have to do anything.
I know, same. We also have a film buffering.
Ooh, I love that. That's exciting.
And that's what I have today.
Hell yeah. That's a fun time. Coyote Astronaut in the chat says bug hair refresh.
Yeah.
Care to explain that, Bug?
I put dye in it.
Oh.
Yeah, I got Manic Panic dye and I refreshed it.
You're about to do Baja Blast bug bangs?
Yeah, the only way I do blue hair is sort of I just buy semi-permanent dye and constantly put it in. I don't know why that's the case because I get regular hair dye for most other colors, but for some reason when I do blue hair, I'm just like feeling crazy, gotta like color it with crayons.
No, I know what you mean. I get it. Do you ever do that thing where you color your hair with Kool-Aid?
I did that as a kid. I was blonder as a kid.
Does that work?
It does when your hair is lighter. I don't imagine it was ever very successful for you.
No. One time in high school, I tried to dye my hair blue, and it did not go well because I did not lighten it.
You didn't bleach it at all. Did you ever do the like sun thing where you would put like lemon in your hair?
No. What? And let the sun like bleach it?
It does work.
Oh.
Like it's a thing. There was this product that I think was just citric acid called Sun-In that you could get as a kid where you would just like spray it all over your hair and then it would get lighter because you'd be outside during the summer.
I feel like there has to be some kind of hidden cost to that. Like,
oh yeah, I mean it's not good for your hair, but it's not really who cares?
Yeah,
it's gonna grow back. You're a kid. It's already dog shit. So
I guess that's fair. In high school, when I dyed my hair, Tucker also dyed their hair.
Tucker is blonde.
Tucker is blonde, so Tucker's hair did turn very dark blue. And then what happened was Tucker, I think a couple weeks later, was like, I'm going to undye it. Went to the store and bought one of those dye removal
That's a
boxes.
shame.
Yeah, have you seen those, Bug?
Yeah, I've had an actual color correction before.
Oh.
It took 9 hours, I think, for my very professional hairstylist to get my hair from green to blonde. Many will say it's impossible, but Julie knows.
Well, Tucker went from dark blue to extremely cartoonish, almost like Zac Efron in High School Musical on a CRT TV red hair.
I bet.
It was unbelievable.
Those things are crazy. I mean, you can utilize them to get a different color, but you can't actually erase the pigment that you've deposited in your hair.
Yeah, no, we found that out. Tucker turned into a ginger for a while.
Yeah.
It was great. It was a lot of fun.
I see in the chat where, I see a lot of things. N Squared said where you put lemon in your hair and write a secret message. That is invisible ink style.
I always thought you did that with potato juice. Okay.
What the hell?
You ever done that?
I didn't know. I don't think I've used lemon juice
to do the secret message thing.
Yeah, I've never done
I
that.
think you can do it with potato
Is it
too.
because of starch?
I think so.
That makes sense.
I might be mixing something up though. I was a kid. I don't remember, but I think you can do it.
I see where Coyote Astronaut said, I tried to aggressively do both things, but I have this middling brown that didn't do anything with either of those.
Bummer.
Yeah. Not being allowed to bleach my hair as a younger person was fine, but I really went crazy once I had autonomy.
Leonard says, I've wondered how long it takes for your hair to regain its original color after bleaching because it must be possible. I have not had a full haircut since 8th grade, and in that time I full on dyed my hair blue. Dyed it black and then never again, and now it's back to brown.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It just kind of grows out, man. I mean, this semi-permanent stuff will sort of wash out, but it'll never not be like a little bit green.
Leonard, did you lighten it before you dyed it blue? Because that's wild. If it darkened back up, that's crazy. Also, not having a haircut since 8th grade rules. I kind of wish I had done that. I think Bridget, also our friend, Aunt B, also, she hasn't had a haircut in, I don't know, 100 years. Her hair
Yeah, I mean, when she was in the 8th grade, she like cut it all off. And it was really short, but now it is like waist length.
Yeah, her hair is like down to her waist. It's incredible.
Yeah.
And it's wild. I wish I had that. My hair turns into like a very curly, sort of poofy
It's cute.
hair when it's really long. Well, it used to, but now it's like lank, man. I don't know what happened. I feel like the youthful energy left my hair, and then when it grows, it just grows down.
I feel like you do this thing where you'll be kind of depressed, and so you won't really shower, and then you'll be like, why does my hair look lank?
That's not true.
I mean, like, it's a little bit true. And you'll be like, I used to be youthful, and I used to have all this energy. And I'm like, I think you just, like, need to take a shower. It'll make you feel better.
I shower all the time. I'm showering constantly.
I'm not saying you don't shower.
Smell me right now. I smell amazing.
Do you normally feel better after you shower?
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you'll just be kind of like, I'm a piece of shit. Everything sucks. Everything. I'll be like, have you eaten? You'll be like, no, and I won't ever eat again. I'm going to die here. And I'll be like, have you taken a shower? And you're like, I don't need to shower because I'm about to die right here.
Wow. This is going to make everyone think I don't shower much. I shower all the time. I shower at least once a day. Emily says, Moss, when was the last time you showered? Yesterday morning. Usually I shower after the show. I want to be one of those people who showers at night, but I just don't like showering at night.
I don't know why you want to be one of those people who showers at night.
Because it's superior from a logical standpoint. Well, what do you climb into at night and then sit in and sweat for 8 hours? Your bed. If you take a shower before you get in bed, you're making your bed sort of a cleaner environment for longer.
I mean, I guess, but you've just kind of explained why it's not ideal to shower at night, which is that you then get in your bed and sweat for 8 hours.
Well, I don't sweat like you do at night.
That's true.
It might be different for you because you're one of those people who's like 8 million degrees.
Also, I'm not defensive like you. I don't really shower every day. I shower every few days.
Oh, I shower every day.
You don't. I don't know why he's lying. I don't know what this is.
I try to. If I forget, I feel bad.
Why? First, it's fine that you don't shower every day.
Oh, this is wild. From my perspective, I do shower every day. I try to shower every day after the show. That's my perspective.
I don't want to be dramatic, but this does kind of seem to be the problem with your overall self-image, where you're like, from my perspective, I try to shower every day, which kind of means that like you're constantly failing for no reason. You've created a system in which you're constantly failing, and I don't know why.
Bug, when's the last time I showered?
You just said yesterday.
So then what are you saying? What is this? Why are you trying to make it seem like I don't shower?
I don't know why you think that's what I'm doing. I'm saying you don't, like, sometimes you don't shower and you just need to take a shower and then you feel better. I'm agreeing with you that you would like to have showered.
Well, Leonard in the chat says, I've had my hair trimmed twice ever, though I may do that more frequently. My hair not only stopped growing longer, but got shorter on its own, and I think it's because of breakage and unmanageable split ends.
I think, Leonard, it sounds like your hair is sort of like alive. I don't know how else to say it. It's like changing color, losing and gaining pigment, breaking off, becoming longer and shorter.
Yeah, dog, that might not be hair. That might be a second organism.
Yeah, that's something else.
Like a symbiote.
Yeah.
You some sort of symbiotic relationship with this organism on your head. Like a very cool, really small, super thin dog that is just like plastered on your head.
Very cool, super small, really thin dog.
Like a film of dog.
Yeah.
And then all hair. I don't know. What other
fiber optic kind of dog.
Sure. Kind of astronaut says sniff testing Moss before putting him on. Colin says, is this the competition? Who can call out the other one the most?
No.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's good. And then Matt says, in fairness, showering is sometimes hard. Love it, but struggle sometimes to get there. Don't apologize, Moss. We do what we do. Why should the shower Gen Pop tell us what to do? Don't get shamed by Big Shower. To which I say, Matt, I'm not falling for this. I shower every day. I'm not on your side either. Fuck off. I'm showering all the time. Big Shower, 24/7. All day, every day. You know what I'm doing after the show? Taking a shower for the rest of the day.
Okay. Whatever you need to believe.
N Squared says the one Junji Ito story about hair.
Yeah.
Do you know what that means?
I think so.
I don't.
Look it up.
Can you explain it?
No.
Oh, what's Junji Ito? I feel like I've heard that.
Yeah, it's the artist, right?
Yeah, horror. Oh, yeah, the horror manga artist.
Yeah, I thought, okay. Because I read the one, the ocean one.
Yeah, Chandler really likes Junji Ito too, I believe.
I don't think I know the hair one.
Ah, me neither.
It looks gross.
Matt says the problem isn't that you do/don't shower. The problem is you feel like you have to explain yourself. Shut up. That's right.
Yeah.
That might be right. Whatever, man. N Squared says next episode, Moss is pruned to shit. Yeah, I'm just fucking wrinkled. My face looks like a fucking thumb.
Yeah, but you're the kind of person who will take a 10-hour shower and then you'll be like, hey, my fingers are really wrinkly. And the internet says that means I have cancer.
Mm-mm. The internet says that means you have circulation issues. I know I'm just making your point. Hey, Bug. Why don't we go ahead and dive into the best part of the show?
Okay.
Get the coolest part right out the way. Right out the way.
Okay.
Moss hates movies, and no one really knows why. This is film buffering.
Well, he hates movies and he loves showering. Those
Love
are two
it.
things we know about Moss.
Hate looking, love dripping.
Yeah, hate looking, love dripping. Here's a cool game that we like to play called film buffering, where Moss has to guess, given 6 clues, what the film is. It might be a movie he's seen. It might be a movie he's probably just aware of. It's hard because he's seen very few and is aware of even less. So, are you ready, Moss?
Yeah, dog. What's up? 6 points on the board. 1, 2, 3.
6. Every time it's 6.
4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Something might not be, though.
All right. Well, you ready for your first clue?
Yeah, buddy.
Clue number 1. 2 young bachelors, giddy after their recent hires at a local company, seek to celebrate with dates. A friend of theirs, who also happens to be an exiled criminal, offers his help. Meanwhile, an heiress runs away from home, overwhelmed by the pressure from her mother to marry a local wealthy business owner. At a cafe, she meets another woman who's working there. When the heiress can't pay for her meal, the waitress, assuming she's struggling financially, buys her lunch, and the two end up living together as roommates.
So that's a really, really, really long clue with a lot of details. And I don't remember how Charlie and the Chocolate Factory starts. But I'm feeling like it's not Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
No, it's not.
But it starts like that. This is one of those, I'm getting the sense that this is a movie where everything you just said isn't relevant to the rest of the plot. That's my guess. But I don't have any idea. I don't have any idea yet. I got some inklings. 5 points. Next clue.
You ready for 2?
Yeah.
The young bachelors are smitten with the women and invite them out on a double date. It's not going very well until the couple switch partners, realizing they're just not compatible with their original choices.
Freaky Friday?
The heiress invites her new friends back home, and they all learn that she comes from money. This intimidates her new boyfriend. He was planning to propose, but the revelation of her wealth makes him feel unworthy. If you actually know what it is, don't say it.
I think I have a guess.
The woman's mother dislikes the partnership and friends, but her father just wants her to be happy. He privately gifts her an expensive family heirloom.
I think it is Aristocats.
It is not Aristocats.
No?
That's a great guess.
Is that not what happens in Aristocats?
It's a kind of...
I thought there was something like that.
My favorite thing is when you're like, no, I think you've forgotten that it's Aristocats, and I think I can get you there.
Listen, I think I can walk us up to that. I think I could drive the car and park
Part of it is
outside of Aristocats.
negotiating. Maybe I'll decide it is Aristocats.
Okay.
All right, are you ready for your next clue?
I don't really got anything. Got 4 points on the board. And also, Bug, I hate to tell you this, but if I think I know what it is, I kind of have to say.
Well,
that's the game.
I know, but we talked about if you guess it really, really early, trying to make it so that other people can still play.
I think we'll have to figure something else out because I can't not guess.
Well, I was going to ask you to write it down if you really... This is really only if, when it was Finding Nemo, you really knew what it was.
Now, what part of everything else that I guess makes you think I don't think everything I say is what it is?
Well...
That's on you.
I guess to me, they seem so different.
Well, that's because you know the answer. What's the next clue, Bug?
All right, clue number 3. The heiress's ex-boyfriend, the wealthy business owner her mother wants her to marry, invites the group to his resort. This is part of a secret plot to separate the happy couple and get back with his ex. The boy's criminal friend proves himself invaluable when he overhears that the ex is actually broke and wants to marry the heiress for her fortune.
Oh.
He's not even single. He convinces his girlfriend to try and seduce the other bachelor while he tries to frame the heiress's current beau.
That's rough stuff, dog.
Yeah, we hate to hear it.
That's not Overboard, right? Have you seen Overboard?
Have I seen Overboard?
Yeah.
My favorite movie of all time that I made you watch?
Oh.
My number one problematic fave. The only reason you think everybody's Kurt Russell. That's not true. Sky High's the reason you think everybody's Kurt Russell.
Yeah, and the fact that Kurt Russell kind of looks like everybody.
Hey, I just have to say that I know that Overboard is problematic. I know.
Is it? I thought your favorite movie was the one with the 2 old guys that live on that farm and they shoot the rich people and the solicitors.
You mean Secondhand Lions? Second favorite.
Lions. Yeah, that movie was a lot of fun.
That movie's so good.
Secondhand Lions was a good flick. It has some problematic elements too because it's a bit old.
Yeah, I mean, Overboard's way more problematic than Secondhand Lions. Secondhand Lions is fine.
Yeah. Well, there was some stuff that wasn't. I've got nothing if it's not Overboard.
Okay.
So we got an heiress and then 2 dudes, and then one of the dudes is not actually poor. We're actually single, and he wants money.
I'm going to tell you just a separate bonus clue. I think you might be one of the few people who has seen this movie.
One of the few people who has seen Jessica Alba's The Eye.
It's not just great guess, though.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, next clue, Bug. I still got nothing.
Clue number 4. Chaos ensues. Everyone is caught up in the misunderstandings. The heiress is unhappy that her boyfriend isn't spending time with her. He's trying to impress her by winning a bunch of money. The other bachelor is caught up in a misunderstanding with the ex's current girlfriend, causing his paramour to go on a date with another man. Then, the gold-digging ex-boyfriend successfully frames both men for theft and breaks up the couples. The men are arrested and dragged off to jail, and the heiress agrees to date her gold-digging ex. And the other woman spends time with a new love interest.
I'm going to ask you sort of an unconventional question for this game. Are these people in, like, Kentucky Derby attire? Are they in, like, fancy hats and fancy clothes and collared shirts?
What makes you think you get to ask questions as part of this game?
I don't know. I just thought I'd try
You thought you'd just go for it?
What is with this confrontational energy this morning? Is it because I was so late to get out of bed? Are you mad at me?
No, I'm not mad at you. I'm just teasing you. I think you're just like feeling sensitive because you're really defensive about showering for some reason.
Don't you think I'm cute and tired and smell
I
bad?
think you're
and
cute and tired and stinky, and I love you.
Take pity on me about maybe like saying whether or not they're in Kentucky Derby clothes.
No, they're not in Kentucky Derby clothes.
Okay, damn it. I have absolutely no idea.
What did you think? What would that have? What if I said yes?
It could have been the Seabiscuit or the Green Mile, or not the Green Mile.
Again, it just isn't the Green Mile.
Fuck. The Longest Yard, or
the football movie,
or Bad News Bears.
Why all of these sport movies?
Because that's where my head is at. I think you're trying to trick me with these clues.
Okay,
I think this is a subplot to a movie.
He's got his head in the game.
Yeah, my head is in the game. Wait, is it High School Musical? This is nice. That's
oh
not
my
what
God,
happens
Chester.
in High School Musical. Wait, what's Chester doing? Oh, he's digging in the trash can. Oopsie doopsie. Coyote Astronaut in chat says one of these days it is going to be the Green Mile. And that day will be my birthday. Or the eye.
Except you don't know what the plot of the Green Mile is, so I don't think it will help you.
No, Bug. Another clue. Let's
Okay.
go. I think I have 3 points left. Who thinks they have it? Matt says I no longer think I have it. Emily says I have no idea. French Alexander says this movie, it was made for me.
I honestly don't think anyone's gonna get it.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, dude.
Clue number 5. While the men are in jail, their criminal friend, that only they can see, tells them about the ex-boyfriend's motives.
Is this Star Wars?
No.
And that's like the hallucination of Obi-Wan Kenobi or not Jaquan, the fucking guy. Not Mark Hamill, the old guy who's like, "Luke,
I like the guess
Never mind.
that you've
This is-
given. I don't think you know what's happening in Star Wars.
I'm so far gone, dude. Bug Fan Club in chat says Secondhand Lines is an incredible movie.
It's so good. Okay.
Also, good morning, Karama Roar. Welcome to Film Buffering. Trying to guess a film.
While the men are in jail, their criminal friend, that only they can see, tells them about the ex-boyfriend's motives. Don't Google anything.
I'm not. I'm Googling a name I said.
Okay. The men break out of jail, and as they make their escape, they bump into the woman who was tricked by the ex-boyfriend's current girlfriend. You got that?
Yeah.
They clear up...
Doesn't make anything clearer.
Well, they clear up the misunderstanding, and they're able to reconcile. However, they need to get...
Good for them.
Yeah.
They probably know what movie they're in.
Yeah, well... however, they need to get to the heiress who's been totally duped by the gold-digging ex. So they do the only thing they can do. And I lost my place. They dress the man who really loves her up as the rock star that the other woman had been dating before she and the other man reconciled, and he goes out on stage to perform.
Is this the play that Leonard and I acted in called Lend Me a Tenor?
No.
Oh, because if you said it's one of the movies where like I'm one of the few people who's seen it, that would be a pretty good poll.
Yeah, but is that a movie?
I don't know if there's a movie version. Most people certainly don't know about that. Karama Roar says, I only know Shawshank Redemption. It's not that though. We're on the same wavelength.
Yeah,
of
you guys
guesses,
really
though.
are.
That's very
It's
good.
movies that are in my grandma's movie room.
Oh my God. I someday need to talk about that play that Leonard and I did. It was a fucking blast. That was one of the most fun. I almost killed Leonard's mom with a fork on accident.
I hope so.
Leonard says there should be and we should be cast again. Dude, yeah, we would crush it. It would be so good.
We can make a film.
Yeah. There's a scene where Leonard's trying to stab himself with a fork and I had to wrestle it out of his hands and I'm supposed to throw it upstage. I actually threw it into the audience. It went right at Leonard's mom.
That's funny.
Oh, poor Leo.
And it's really fucked up because it would have been both of your fault, you know? Like
Yeah.
it would have been, you would have made him complicit.
Yeah. What is it when your son, it's not fratricide. Anyway,
Matricide?
Yeah, something like that. Anyway.
Yeah, it's the other one other than fratricide.
Yeah, dog. All right, 2 points left on the board. I have never been more clueless about the movie.
I think there's 1 point left on the board.
Shit. Okay. Last clue.
Clue number 6. When the man impersonating the rock star turns around, the heiress realizes it's him and that she still loves him. He sings a song right to her. Then he confesses his love and proposes.
It's not a Goofy movie, but there's a Powerline concert in that.
No, good guess though. She accepts, rejecting her ex. They get married right then at a local chapel. And at a party after the fact, the rock star even sings a song for them. They drive off into the sunset, leaving the gold digger and his girlfriend handcuffed and presumably destined for jail.
This movie has too many characters to follow all of them in a summary. I'm sure it works on screen.
Well, it works if you can name them also.
This makes me think it's an old movie. Like an old, not old, but like older. I'm going to go ahead and say 60s or 70s.
I know that you've seen this.
Okay.
It's later than that.
Fuck. Shoot. Butt stink. Stinky butts. I have absolutely no idea, Bug.
I'll tell you, it's a prequel.
It's Star Wars. Like I said, that movie has prequels.
No, it's not
No?
Star Wars, because if it was Star Wars, you would have already gotten it.
Well, it's also certainly not the prequel to like Land Before Time, so I don't know, Bug.
That is one of the closest guesses you have given.
Shut up. Really?
Yeah.
The Land Before Time?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, this doesn't happen in Fern Gully.
No, it doesn't.
That doesn't happen in The Brave Little Toaster.
No, it doesn't.
I have no clue. What is it?
You're going to be so mad.
I'm going to be so mad.
This is the Flintstones in Rock Vegas.
No. No.
Yeah.
The Flintstones Viva Rock Vegas?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I watched that movie like 5 times.
I know.
Wow. I used to rent that from Mount Video and watch it over and over and over. Oh, Bug just knocked her water over, but
Whoops.
it's okay.
And over and over.
Holy smokes. Wow. Those movies were something. The sets and costumes
They
were
were
really good.
amazing.
Viva Rock Vegas was a lot of fun.
We both are pretty big stans for the live action Flintstones movies.
I'm Flintstone pilled.
Yeah.
I don't know how big of a stan I could be given that I could not identify. Is that really the plot of Rock
I know.
Vegas?
Honestly, I was pretty surprised too.
That's crazy. Wow. In chat, there's a lot of reactions that seem to share the reactions we had. Matt Bliss says, I feel better about myself. I was going to guess Wedding Crashers.
Yeah, fair guess.
Leonard said, when you said Land Before Time, I thought it, but thought there was no way. I loved that movie as a kid. No way. N Squared says, the fucking Great Gazoo.
Yeah, he's in it.
Oh, my gosh. And
Alan Cumming is the Great Gazoo.
Colin says, yeah, I was with Matt, but it's been years since I saw it, so I wasn't really sure. Then you said prequel, and I didn't have it anymore.
Yeah.
Also, is that true? Does Rock Vegas happen canonically before the other Flintstones movie?
Yes, it does.
That's so interesting.
Because it is the one where they all meet each other.
Wow, you're right. He meets Wilma.
Yeah.
Wait, who's the rich businessman?
That's some guy not named Chip Skylark, but something like that.
Same energy as Chip Skylark?
Yeah, he owns a casino or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Who's the lead guy that plays Fred? It's a different guy in
Mark
each movie.
Addy.
Yeah.
In this one. In the other one, it's John Goodman. The first one is John Goodman, Rick Moranis, Rosie O'Donnell, and what's her face, whose name I forget. They're all very good.
Love Rick Moranis, love Rosie O'Donnell, but I gotta be honest, I actually like the Rock Vegas Fred better than the...
You're alone.
Really?
No one agrees.
Really?
I like them both. I think everyone does a good job, but these are critically not acclaimed. They are disliked widely. However, you cannot argue with the way that they translated cartoon to live action. The sets and the costumes are absolutely amazing.
Disney should be taking notes if they want to do all these live action remakes of how good the Flintstones looked in terms of that
instead,
stuff.
Disney's like, what if it was all CG? And it's like, or
I
don't know, anything else?
Man, I can't get over the live action Little Mermaid and how bad the fish look.
Yeah.
They're the best part of the movie is all the sea creatures. And then they're like, what if we made them hyper realistic and not expressive at all?
Yeah.
Bonkers choice. Bonkers decision.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Hey, well, that took us all the way to 7:30. It's the bottom of the hour, so I figured I would mention that this show is made possible by our community partners on Patreon, patreon.com/Bug and Moss. If you like the idea of us eating and sleeping indoors, you can help send us money at patreon.com/Bug and Moss to help make this show and all the other things that we want to work on happen. And I'd like to say specific thank you to one of our community partner level supporters, AJ Carroll, an ordained minister and notary public with sermons and such. If you need a tight five, if you need to get married, you need someone to notarize papers. Wasn't there an Always Sunny episode about, didn't one of those guys get a notary stamp?
Probably.
I kind of feel like AJ has that sort of energy.
Yeah.
So you need something notarized? I haven't seen the episode, so I can't say that definitively. You need something notarized, you call AJ, sermons and such. He is licensed in New Hampshire. I think he can marry people anywhere, though. You're also a minister, right, Bug?
Yeah, it technically depends, but it's probably fine.
Yeah. Can you do it at sea on a ship?
I don't know.
Me neither. Call AJ, 561-541-5944, or email sermons_such@yahoo.com. Thank you to AJ for supporting the show. And thank you to the rest of our community partners. Also, a quick shout out for our community partner, our digital darling Egg Queen and her husband's band, Shade_Cycle. Shade Cycle. It absolutely fucks. They just released a new single called Soft Power. You'll find a link to it in the show notes and description. They've got songs streaming on Tidal. Last time I talked about them, I accidentally said that they were streaming on Spotify. They're not, because Spotify is a horrible
Spotify.
evil company. Yeah, if you use Spotify, your money goes towards AI murder drones, because that's basically what they funnel all their money to.
Yeah.
So check out Shade Cycle on Tidal. Give them a spin. Great tracks. Matt Bliss in chat says Shade Cycle rips. Go check it out. It's absolutely true.
We didn't talk about this yesterday, but Matt had posted in the chat that he's been listening to the track and really loves it.
Yeah, you should listen to their other tracks too. They're all good. I really, really loved it. When Thomas came to visit, we listened to them in the studio, and it was fucking awesome. They
rip.
Yeah, they absolutely rip. So check out Shade Cycle. If you need an ordained minister, notary public, you call AJ. And other than that, you stick with us, because we're about to go to the phones. 848-MOSS-BUG is the number to call. 848-66-77-284. 6,046,000. Nope, I don't fucking know. I can't do that. How does anybody read numbers like that? 848-MOSS-BUG is the number to call. This is a voicemail that came in from Ty. Although I see there's 3 voicemails from Ty, but 2 of them are only a few seconds long.
Okay.
So here's the first one.
Hello, Bug and Moss. I just was... so I'm going to try this again.
Oops. Okay, sorry. Here's a voicemail from Ty.
Hello, Bug and Moss. I was just thinking about the I Spy books from when I was a kid.
I think about them every day.
Damn it. Okay, I'm losing my train of thought again. I'm going to try this again. Jesus Christ. Ignore this.
Boop. Okay.
Pop's ADHD medicine, brain blast animation from Jimmy Neutron.
Hey, Bug and Moss. This is Ty. I was just wondering, is there anything that you enjoyed as a kid that you feel like you've only, as an adult, realized how cool or talented or artistic the people who made it are? So the like one of the ones I'm thinking about right now, Walter Wick. He was the photographer / like set designer, props guy, whatever, for the I Spy books. And if you go back and look at those, they are amazing. And like I loved them as a kid, but I feel like now as an adult, I look at it and think like, man, if I made art like that, I would just be like, yes, this is great. I'm just, So yeah, anything like that for you guys? Also, did you read the I Spy books as a kid? Did you like those? Check them out. I'm a big fan of the, I think it's called Spooky Mansion. Yeah. Is obviously my favorite.
That makes sense.
Anyway, bye.
Thank you for calling in, Ty. Thank you for the question. That's such a good one, too. Things that you really enjoyed as a kid that you think about now as an adult and you're like, wow, that was a real work of art. I have one that comes right to mind, similar to the I Spy books. It was those DK science books that had, they had like the pictures of how stuff worked and like the detailed illustrations, but they were also kind of like clip art collaged of like all of these cutout illustrations and pictures of devices and things. And they like pioneered this certain style of graphic design that they did for those books, and they were fucking amazing, and I loved that. They were like educational and super entertaining. I would pore over those, read them cover to cover all the time.
Oh yeah, those were so cool. I had this book that I have not been able to find because I think it was a specific edition, but it was like kind of a DK science book. It was a kid's encyclopedia that was illustrated, and it went through history and science and like big moments. And I think I just lived in that book. But also I Spy. I was so into I Spy. I love them, and I have become enamored with, not to like make this any kind of weird anti-AI screed. It's not about that. But like something like I Spy is just not something that a company will invest in now. The effort behind these photos, if you don't know,
crazy.
It is spectacular, the sort of scenes that they were building. And it's so cool to see. And it comes through in the final product. I found this artist on Instagram who I won't be able to find the information about.
That up. The person who makes similar I Spy things using a big scanner bed.
This person makes all of their art with a big scanner, and they recently graduated college, and they were able to find one used because they didn't have access to the lab anymore. And these scanners are like, they found a used one for $1,000 and it was a deal. They're like $6,000. These big scanners that you can put all of these items on, and they make this art that is very reminiscent of I Spy. And it's so cool to see someone doing that. Like, I'm going to get kind of teary-eyed talking about it because they were talking about how like they weren't able to make any art, and now like they're like, my commissions are open. I'm so excited. I'm able to just make my art, and it's just like what I actually care about in the world.
I think a corollary, I don't know if I'm using that word right. Something on the same topic, though, is that, well, those kinds of things might not be published on the same scale as they were. At least now that the stuff to make that is distributed and like a lot of people are making that. I feel like on the balance, if we could somehow observe it, I think there's more cool art being made today because more people have access to tools to make cool art. But I also think that we don't see the same kinds of big not public, you know what I mean? Like things that we all know because everything is so fractured. Well, so it's kind of, there's a grief, but also I think, there's a hope.
There is a grief, but like, I do think what you're saying is really right, in which I do like living in a world where kids who maybe were inspired by I Spy like we were and who grew up on it can grow up in a world where they're like, I can make that. Like I can figure out how to do that, and I can do that in a way that is true to me and my art. And there is so much incredible art out there. This isn't like a times before, blah, blah, blah. I think everything is cyclical, and I think we have so much more cool human-made art than we ever had.
In the chat, Atticus says, you know what also slapped? The I Spy Game Boy game. Never played that, but I bet that slapped.
I remember the computer games and stuff. I think I had one computer game.
And also, N Squared and Blueberry Finch at nearly the same time sent in that there used to be these ology books like Spyology, Dragonology, or whatever, and they're full of all kinds of insane interactive shit. Atticus said the same thing. I think mine are those ology books, Dragonology, Egyptology, Monsterology. Still have several of them on my shelf. I don't know that I ever saw those
I
books.
thought you were familiar with these books.
I'm pulling it up. Oh, I think I saw these in the library at my school, but I did not read the ology books. I've seen the Dragonology handbook.
From what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, they're like fiction presented as nonfiction. So they're like, it's a book about dragons, but it's presented like a science book. You know, like there's a bunch of like it's like a lore book with all of these facts in it.
That's pretty neat. Yeah, Atticus says yes, correct.
And so that's really cool. So Wizardology is like for magic, and there's all kinds of really cool, really in-depth like diagrams and descriptions and stuff.
Man, my friend Alistair, I think for college, did this huge project on like creating a like biologically possible life cycle for dragons and all of this stuff.
That's so fucking cool.
And he's like a really talented artist and did all these like super cool in-depth drawings of it and stuff. I got to figure out if he's got that anywhere because I would love to. I want to share that. I also want to see it more. Hey, Alistair, if you're listening, I want to know more about that because I know you did it. You've told me a little bit about it.
Yeah.
It feels very adjacent to this Dragonology book.
I feel like one could totally use one of these books if you're the kind of person for whom the kind of world building you like to do is not the nitty gritty, but you want to write a story. Grab you one of these fucking books.
One of these ology books?
Yeah, grab you one of these books and be like, this is how dragons are going to work in my story, and I will simply reference this text.
Atticus said there were, in fact, homework assignments in the Dragonology
That's so
handbook.
Awesome.
And they did, in fact, do them, which
I
rules.
love that.
Speaking of more things that you thought that you really enjoyed as a kid and then as an adult really appreciate the artistry of, I feel that way about all the humongous games in a big way. Those video games were pioneering to me. They were made off of the Scum engine. I need to make sure I get the name of this right. There was basically this video game that was made. Maniac Mansion. I don't know if you remember that at all. I can't really pull it up on screen, but it was this sort of horrible, pixelated adventure game. I say horrible. It wasn't horrible. It was one of those text-based games, where you're like, you're in a room. There's a door to your north. There's a painting on your east. And you would like type go
If
east.
you ever played that, was it that Cartoon Network summer game where it was like a browser game and you had to rescue some weird characters from different situations? It looked like this.
Okay. So it's kind of like an evolution of those sort of adventure games. The Maniac Mansion, the engine that was underlying it, is what all of the humongous games are built on because the people who worked there worked on Maniac Mansion. And then the one guy created this thing called Scum, the script creation utility for Maniac Mansion.
That's awesome.
And so that is what all the humongous games, they're built on the same engine. And part of the deal for him being able to use that for all those games was that he also kept updating it for the Maniac Mansion people.
That's cool.
Which I think was later LucasArts and stuff. Mm-hmm. Or I think it was owned by Lucasfilm. Anyway, those games are just artistic masterpieces, I think. They're so interactive. They pioneered a lot of like point-and-click adventure mechanics, and they were so beautifully done, and their art style is amazing. So those humongous games that I just ate up as a kid, as an adult, I am like eating them up again to absorb some of that essence and try and bring it into the things I make. Oh, hell yeah. And N-Squared says Scum VM runs on your phone. If you got GOG, you can play all that stuff on your phone.
That's awesome.
No shit. I'm going to have to check that out. I doubt that's on iPhone, though, probably. Because I don't. Well, yeah. I'll look.
We'll get Androids. Actually, probably I will either get an Android next or I will get a flip phone. We will see.
And Squared said absolutely is. It's in the App Store. Is. Hell yeah. Well, I know what I'm looking at later this afternoon. Fuck yeah. Thanks for the tip. What else, Bug? You got anything that as a kid you were like, I love this, and as an adult you were like, wow?
Crashbox.
Oh, the TV show Crashbox?
Yeah, the TV show Crashbox, which only I saw unless anybody else had a relative with HBO for kids.
Can you describe it?
Crashbox was a game show for kids that was part live action, part animation, part claymation, part stop motion. There were so many different elements that were like literally smushed together in this weird game. When I die and like DMT floods my system, and assumedly my experience with dying is living like an entire other life, I imagine that life will look like Crashbox.
I hope so.
It's insane. If you're not familiar with it, look it up. It's probably not what you're thinking.
If you pull up an image of Crashbox, it's very reminiscent, not Edward Gorey, of a different artist. Oh, I'm going to blank on it because I said Edward Gorey out loud. The style of art in it is very reminiscent of a particular artist that I know the name of.
And just looking at, you just Googled Crashbox, I'm seeing art made of paper, clay, models, fully animated. Like, it is unreal.
Yeah, that variety show is super cool. You know what was one that I kind of, in the spirit of this question, but has a lot of jank to it? Do you remember Between the Lions? Did you ever watch that show?
Yeah.
You ever watch it as an adult? Because the production value is a lot lower than I remember. But that said, they made a great show, and I loved the heck out of it. But it's funny to watch it back and be like, oh, you can this is a little jank. Like,
was it a public access show?
I don't remember. It might have been on PBS.
I mean, the whole thing was about how great libraries are.
I think I watched it on KTLA.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was. It was on PBS, says Emily. Matt Bliss says Crashbox looks like the precursor to today's children's programming that sustains attention with novelty, but the art is very impressive looking.
I think that's a valid, not even critique, but just like observation. I think that Crashbox, if I'm remembering correctly, the thing about it that was cool was that it was kind of a call and response show. Like, it was interactive in a way that I think doing successfully is hard. Like, it made you want to play along. You wanted to be a part of it.
I loved that. Man, kids programming is something that I feel very passionate about. I feel like there's a different lifetime in which that was what I went into. Like, I think I would love to have somehow wormed my way into being a children's entertainer, like Bill Nye type beat.
And I think it's the kind of thing, I completely agree with you, that I would imagine we could stumble into for a project. Like, there are ideas that I think we have that would really lend themselves to that.
What I think it's like really important that kids have good media to watch and learn from and latch onto, and not just like something that keeps them interested, but something that like provides them value and like a greater depth and has a lot of artistic integrity and thought and like love and care put into it. Because like, those things that I took in as a kid and then revisit as an adult mean so much to me. And so to be able to go back to them and look at them with my special eyes, my adult eyes, and like pick them apart and see all the things that went into them, it's magical.
Yeah, it totally is. And I think there are people who are passionate about making really good media that is engaging to kids. And in some ways, it's more accessible than it ever has been before. But in other ways, kids are also inundated with slop and like weird Russian YouTube channels where everyone's dressed as pregnant Spider-Man.
Yeah, the YouTube kids section is
so it's tough out there.
Screwed up. Colin Parker says, whoever did the art for Goosebumps, I also think had a grip on my childhood. And R.L. Stein and his alleged ghostwriters also had a grip on my childhood. I didn't know R.L. Stein had ghostwriters.
I would assume so.
Kind of makes sense. I would believe it if they were like, R.L. Stein isn't a person. It's just a
but apparently he is, because we were watching, was it a Drew Gooden video about Mary-Kate and Ashley the other day? And he brought up that cruise company that did the Mary-Kate and Ashley cruise. And they also had a Goosebumps cruise that R.L. Stein was on, which is very funny to imagine.
Yeah,
We're going on a cruise. This guy's here. He writes books.
R.L. Stein is here. Colin says, to the point nowadays as an adult, I rarely look for books outside of the Goosebumps for adults feeling. What's that author that is really big right now? Joe really likes, and a lot of people really like. He did like How to Sell a Haunted House and Final Girl Support Club.
Grady Hendrix.
Grady Hendrix very much fits that role. Matt Bliss says, anyone fuck with Miss Rachel? Not sure it's valuable, but heckin' engaging. I've never watched Miss Rachel, but from what I've gathered, she
seems lit. I've just never watched it.
Seems to be a good influence, at least. And then Colin said Wicked Interesting could be the new Bill Nye, but he capitalized NYE like it was New Year's Eve.
Bill New Year's Eve.
And Karamaror has said Pregnant Spider-Man. Yeah, so Karama, if you have not tuned in, or if anybody really has not tuned in to what's going on children's YouTube, it is a minefield. If you have kids and you let them sort of sit down unsupervised with YouTube, definitely check in on what they're watching from time to time. They've gotten, I don't want to say a little better, mostly just different at policing the kinds of stuff that happen. But for a long time, there was like Pregnant Elsa and Pregnant Spider-Man. And it was basically like mobile game ad level of like, oh, Pregnant Elsa is stinky. And then like Spider-Man hits her with a car. And it's just like this weird brain rot, but with these kind of like this like dark undertone to it where you're like, I don't trust this.
Do you know what it seems like is, you know how sometimes when you go back and you watch some of the Nickelodeon shows where you've learned later that the child actors were put into really weird situations, or like it's just like, it's not overtly sexualizing them, but watching it as an adult, you're like, hey, that's really weird.
Yeah,
that's
icky.
really weird that we're watching this kid eat this or do this thing or this gross out humor. That's kind of what it's like.
Yeah. Yeah, Karama Roar says, yeah, I've been there, Bug. Yeah, yeah. YouTube is getting, I think, better at trying to crack down on that. But
it's a hard thing to crack down on because you can't just automated like check on this stuff. You need real people who understand context.
Yeah, it's tricky. And like it's obviously hyper profitable for companies to make lots of videos for kids. Leonard says, I remember Elsa Gate, dark days on the internet.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's all a very complicated thing. And I think rather than worrying about aggressively policing these things that are really hard to police, what we really should be worried about is just like having good entertainment that is engaging to kids.
Yeah.
The easiest way to combat slop is to make something that they want more.
And Squared says probably being mass produced with AI now too. Yeah, 100% it is. Absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of brain rot characters that are making their waves with kids and also adults, like Tung 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 Sahur. And all of these other, although Tung 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 is a bit of a unique case in that he kind of he was an AI slop character that then became super popular, and then a bunch of artists started doing their own renditions of him, including artists being like, here's AI free Tung Tung Tung, and like all of this stuff, and he became his own sort of thing. And
at that point, I think what you've done is you've used AI as a prompt, right? Like you've taken this thing and then people are like, I'm creating all of this lore.
Yeah, not the person who did it originally. The person who did it originally was just an AI slop channel, but what happened is that the love of people and the power of folklore stepped in. Because that is really ultimately what, decides these kinds of things, is the power of folklore and folk culture.
Yeah, and Colin brings up a great point, which is fuck Fortnite for putting that and Ballerina Cappuccino in the game. And the reason that I think that's so fucked up
it's so weird
is that I think that it is just crazy that, I mean, it's not crazy. It makes complete sense that these companies have not gotten any sort of kickback really for using these like non-copyrightable things, which is like
What do you mean kickback?
Well, not kickback, like pushback.
Oh, okay. I was like, they're not getting... The thing is that these companies tried to claim the rights to these things and then sell them.
And like you can't because it's not copyrightable. And it's just like, it's all just really lazy. Like if people are engaging with these things and they find them interesting on their own level, that's so different than Fortnite making a character of it. It's just weirdly legitimizing, and it's bizarre.
Yeah, it's weird, and like there's a lot to talk about there. But I also Epic Games in general, I'm not a super fan of because Tim Sweeney, the CEO of Epic, is a really shady kind of creepy motherfucker. He was one of the people who like spoke up in support of Grok taking people's clothes off. And stuff like
that's a cool energy from someone who like is in charge of a game that children mostly play.
Yeah, Tim Sweeney, cool guy, definitely cool guy. Yeah, for sure. Colin says I have beef with Fortnite, trying to get out of my Epic partnership. Not that they care, I think, but Fortnite letting go of 1,000 people and then leaning in on AI makes me mad. Yeah,
especially when like the only defense of like a lot of, I guess, AI in creative spaces that I'm interested in is when like independent creators are just getting unfairly piled on. Fortnite has no excuse to not make a really fucking good game constantly. They make so much money.
Well, yeah, we live in a system where once you hit like a certain size, like goodbye to doing anything good, it would seem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. Super fucking bummer. Huge bummer. Colin says they didn't need to downsize. Matt Bliss says Xbox copped it this week too. Sony's killing physical releases. Fuck them. Indie games, man.
Yeah, and there's so many indie games. Like this happens too. This is a cyclical thing with capitalism and industry. As big industry fails, there is a complete like entire cushion of indie things for you to fall back on. You don't need to stop playing games. There's so much out there. And it's just like, I mean, what do you want to spend your time doing?
But it's also, it is sad because you want to think like, well, wouldn't it be cool if me and my friends who made a really cool game got to the scale of like a Fortnite and got to work on it? And it's a shame that in my mind, if I were ever to do a project that reached that level of success, I would be constantly worried that it would go completely down the
Yeah.
toilet and get taken out of my hands, or I would get like tricked out of having control over it, or like it would just go to shit because that's the society we live in.
And the thing that's actually making me think of that right now is the entire situation with Ben and Jerry's.
Ben and Jerry's?
So
What's happening with Ben and Jerry's? My favorite two from
Ben and Jerry are incredible. There's no problem with Ben and Jerry. Ben and Jerry, like, sold the company to Unilever a while ago. You know about Unilever? You know about their deal?
I know Unilever makes I can't believe it's not butter, because as a kid I was like, well, if it's not butter, what is it? And I scoured the label. I saw Unilever and I was like, is it a Unilever?
So the shit with Ben and Jerry's that's crazy is that Ben and Jerry are two like old Jewish guys who have always been very proactive politically and socially. Two old hippies.
They're super cool as far as I know.
They're really cool.
I used to live in their state. I went to their headquarters.
They pulled years and years ago, they pulled Ben and Jerry's out of occupied Palestine, like a long time ago.
Really?
They were like, we will not sell our products in occupied Palestinian territories. They didn't even pull it out of all of Israel. They were just like, we're not going to sell this in an area where you are like overtaking Palestinian land.
Okay, yeah.
And Israel got so pissed that they put pressure on Unilever, and Unilever ousted them, and they have just released a pro-Israel flavor.
What?
Yeah, this is real.
Gosh.
There is a Zionist Ben and Jerry's flavor, and Ben and Jerry are like, that is not us, and everyone is like, we know. And
What a roller coaster, because I misheard you at first. I thought you were saying they were selling to occupied Palestine, and then I was like, oh, they're not? Oh, that's cool. And then, oh, wow, dude.
the whole thing is crazy, and it actually makes a lot of sense. People are being, because they are always like this, people are being weirdly critical. They're like, Ben and Jerry should have known not to sell or do whatever. I'm like, they got pushed by a much more powerful corporation into doing what powerful corporations make people do all the time.
Wow.
I think we can just not be hypercritical of these two people who have dedicated their lives to trying to support good causes.
Ben & Jerry, this is from Newsweek. Ben & Jerry's Israel's new ice cream flavor sparks confusion. The launch of Ben & Jerry's Israel's milk and honey ice cream began as a local resilience project in southern Israel, with the company saying it used ingredients from communities affected by the October 7th attacks. Online, however, the flavor quickly became a flashpoint in Ben & Jerry's long-running corporate and political fight. The official X account for Israel wrote in a post, Israel now has an official ice cream flavor accompanied by an image of a tub using Ben & Jerry's style branding with a text on the packaging in Hebrew. The post sparked confusion, accusations the product infringed Ben & Jerry's branding, as well as backlash from critics of Israel's action in Gaza. Woof. Yeah.
The whole thing's pretty crazy.
So a spokesperson for Ben & Jerry's U.S. told Newsweek that Ben & Jerry's does not own or operate the Ben & Jerry's business in Israel. The Hebrew and Arabic language versions of the Ben & Jerry's name are owned and operated by Blue and White Ice Cream Limited. Product decisions in that market, including locally developed flavors, are made by the local owner and operator.
Yeah. That's what Unilever actually did. That was it. They sold Ben & Jerry's Israel out from under them.
Well, there's also, this kind of feels a bit like the shell game, where you put the ball under the cup and you slide it around and you're like, guess which ball it's under. I don't know enough to fully say that, but it feels kind of like the corporate, that's not us, that's them. It's still, though, if your thing, if you were Ben & Jerry and you made this and then saw this happening, I can't imagine how fucking horrible.
I mean, and they don't have the power to stop this. This is a thing that I think it was years and years ago that in order to grow to the next stage of a corporation, they had to do some kind of partnership or agreement with a larger company like Unilever. And then Unilever is notoriously evil. They've done all kinds of horrible shit. And it's difficult too, because this is a product that literally has their names on it.
Yeah.
And they have no ability to stop these things from happening. And they have tried. They were trying to make a statement about what was happening between Israel and Palestine long before any of these people who were I didn't know Ben & Jerry's were evil, had decided to give a shit about it. So I think there is also something that this makes me think of. I'm a huge fan of the anti-folk artist Kimya Dawson. Mm-hmm. And Kimya Dawson has historically been very, very politically engaged. She is a black woman. She is always been pretty anti-cop. And I remember reading a blog post she made where she was yeah, it's interesting because some people who I guess don't know who I am were accusing me of being pro-cop. And she was just I've been anti-cop before you even knew what a cop was. It's just fascinating that the granular social policing where people are just seeing stuff on social media and they're I didn't even Google this. You're a fascist. And you're I think maybe you should Google it a little.
Yeah, well, that's why I want to read more about Ben & Jerry's. This is the first time hearing of it. It would seem that Jerry left as a result of some of this that was going on.
Yeah.
I haven't seen entirely about Ben. I've only looked at this one Newsweek article, but woof, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack. It's a years-long struggle that they have been in. And this is, unfortunately, the first I really realized of them not having full control over the company. Although it made sense. Like, I realized, like, of course, because Ben & Jerry's is so huge, it would be kind of insane if these two people still fully managed it in the way our society is currently structured.
Yeah, dog. Wild. Well, it is 7:58. We've made our way back to the top of the hour. It's almost 8 o'clock. It's almost time for you to start your day and get off to whatever you're getting up to on Tuesday. Get off to whatever you're getting up to.
Get off,
King.
Hey, Kings, I have a request.
Okay, Bug.
Mason and I are in a little competition.
We're in a competition I'm not aware of.
I told you about it.
This
I
morning.
entered us via an Instagram ad to be America's favorite couple.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you did that. Yeah. So we're in the running for America's favorite couple?
Yeah, we're like definitely not going to win. It's this like...
The page you're looking at says we're currently 9th in our group.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. It's this thing that like a bunch of celebrities do for charity or whatever, but you can cast a vote for free. There's a way to cast more votes if you donate to charity. We're only asking you to cast your free vote for us. We're obviously the cutest couple in the world, and we'll link in the show notes to our profile on America's favorite couple. But it'd be very funny if we won. The grand prize is $20,000.
America's favorite couple.org.
Yeah, I think it's a nonprofit.
The site will not resolve.
Did you spell it right?
Yeah, how did you get here?
America's favorite couple.org.
Oh, it's America's Fave Couple. America's favecouple.org. Oh, yeah. We'll put the link. That's America's Fae Couple. I can't type. America's Fae Couple would be great, too.
Ooh, yeah. We're like dark and mysterious, and we'll trick you into staying in our Fae world forever.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. So, yeah, vote for us.
And you can read, it asked me a bunch of questions about how our love story began, what are our favorite memories, and I answered them on the fly, so you could read those.
Boom. This is perfect. Yeah, you filled this all out and then told me you were doing it. I threw the link in the Twitch chat. I'll throw the link in the show notes for today's episode. But yeah, give us a vote. We'll see what happens. That would be very funny.
Yeah. I mean, don't let it be a conflict of interest. If you have a different couple that you really care about more, I guess that's fine.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's fine. And like, hey, we're not in it to win it. We're just in it to be cute.
We know in our hearts we're our favorite couple.
Yeah. So anyway.
Whatever.
So vote for us in America's favorite couple. I'm going to try and get some fucking wicked interesting videos out. I want to get a video done this week. I need to hold myself to it. And so I'm saying it now. So also, if you have not checked out the video I did make, the 2 videos I do have, go check out Wicked Interesting on YouTube or go to wickedinterest.ing. It should redirect you to my YouTube channel. And check out my video about the farting building and my video about microphones.
They're both so good.
And throw me a sub, if you will, because that will help motivate me to get more of that done. I really want to do it. It's the thing I want to do. Talk about being Bill Nye. That's kind of the thing I've always wanted to do. And I've been really struggling to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Karama Roar, I don't know if there's any way to verify yourself to vote without a Facebook account. If they try to make you do that, don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
I barely have a Facebook account because Facebook like shadow banned me from existing.
For the benefit of people listening, Karama Roar said, what if I don't have a Facebook account? Apparently that's the only way to verify yourself. Yeah, if you're not already on Facebook and they'll just happen to have an account that you can throw a login to, don't fucking do that.
Don't worry about it.
Horrible. I try not to use Meta products anymore.
Yeah.
I haven't deleted my account because I have a lot of family members that only...
And unfortunately, you need it for stuff, I guess, because that's the world we live in where that's just an expectation.
Yeah, man.
But anyway, if it's not... What?
I don't know.
You go.
What, me go? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in with us today. Thank you for riding this ride. You were indeed this tall. And tomorrow you'll be just even a little bit taller. So that's cool. Whoops, that's not the right button. I needed to click the outro because I messed up the timer. Emily says the annual log on to Facebook to thank all my family that say happy birthday. Yeah,
Hell
exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you for choosing to spend your morning with us. We got another fun morning for you tomorrow, and I hope you have a beautiful day ahead of you. Go ahead and give us a call, 848-MOSS-BUG. You got a story to share, a question to ask, anything you want to bring up. Doesn't matter. Whatever you want to say. Call us up, 848-667-7284. Give us a ring. And until next time, y'all have a great Tuesday. Karamaror says thank you for broadcasting. Thank you for being here for us to broadcast, too. I love you, Bug.
I love you, Moss.
This is Bug and Moss.
Yahoo!